I am everything we're talking about, the economy, macro, all of this stuff just emboldens me and gets me more excited and more optimistic about Bitcoin and the ecosystem and the people that we're meeting and the operators of these companies, the founders, there's some
Smart
funny
cats
people out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel sometimes I don't understand some of the stuff and there are some really smart people out there, and I'm super excited about this space. I'm super excited about the opportunities in this space. So, I mean, you remember back in the day of the internet when that was taking off, and you're trying to find places that you can benefit from, and you can help. And this is what it feels like right now. It feels like the dawn of the internet in Bitcoin, and it is super exciting. And we're seeing awesome opportunities. So I want to make that clear that I'm optimistic as ever in the Bitcoin space, and we're the fund is for it's for accredited investors. I have to say that it's not my rule; it's the SEC's rule. And we're still taking some investors before the end of the year. We only have 99 slots. Again, not my rule, the SEC's rule, but we're super excited, and so I just want to make sure that anybody's watching this, you hear any doom and gloom and the macro outlook, that only makes this space more exciting and more opportunities here. So
this plays on a theme that I just love talking about, which is we are not talking about just the problem. Sure, we defined it very clearly throughout the show, but we're also talking about what the solution is and the engineered solution that already exists, that's there, that can solve all of these problems. And you see so little of that in legacy financial news and media. It's just all day long problem definition. There is no solution except for vote for this politician, which is just laughable, right? Hey, anyway, so the point that I wanted to bring up, James, real fast.
Yeah.
I am blown away by these hodl waves and how you have 70% of issued Bitcoin that has not moved. You are a person that understands the supply demand dynamics of a stock or a bond or whatever it might be and how that drives price. And we're looking at something that's literally up over 100% on the year. I'm pretty sure it's up over 100% on the year. And you have seen even deeper conviction of the people that are holding their coins even tighter than they were when the price was, 50% lower than where we're at right now.
That's right.
And so this is, I guess, my question to you as a veteran of financial markets. Have you ever seen a stock or a bond or a commodity or whatever that is up 100% on the year, and you don't have anybody taking any profits? In fact, you have people buying even more, like heavily buying. By the way, this is the highest. It's at 70%. That's the highest number it's ever been since inception of Bitcoin right now. What does that mean going into 2024, in your opinion?
In my opinion, well, first of all, it's like a closely held stock, right? So you've got the people who really know the company the best. These hodlers know Bitcoin the best.
They're buying more.
They're buying more, and they're hoarding it, just like a closely held company that it's very difficult to get liquidity on the other side. So in the markets, and so what do I see? I see in the near future, again, like we don't need the ETFs for Bitcoin to grow by factors. But when that happens, I do see a period of price discovery, which is that's the operative phrase. Because what happens with institutions is when they need to buy some, they just say, buy $10 million, buy $25 million, buy $50 million today, just participate, meaning just go along with whatever's going on in the market, meaning try to be as much percentage of the trade as you can without moving the price yourself. Just participate. And so what happens is you have all of the institutions getting in there and all of them just participating because they're like, well, I got the average price, I didn't do better or worse, and I did just as well as anybody else.
They just want exposure at whatever
they want. And so price discovery happens when you have these pockets of illiquidity where it just jumps up and they all just move up together, and they'll just keep doing that and keep doing that and keep doing that until they get the amount that they need. And it doesn't matter if a few $1 million worth trades or $100 million worth trades, it can move the price depending on whether or not there are any closely held shares willing to be given up at that price. And so that's when people who are confused by this are like, well, but you need an additional $500 billion to come into the market for Bitcoin to double from here. And the answer is no. If nobody sells between here and $70,000 Bitcoin and you trade one sat,
you just get
one single sat, the price of Bitcoin has doubled. And now it's worth then everybody's, share of that chain is now worth, $1 trillion. So it's hard to conceptualize, but that's just reality. So yes, that's a good point.
So all I heard was James Lavish makes forecast of God candle in 2020.
I do see a God candle in Bitcoin's future. I don't know when, but I do.
I agree with you. I think there will be one in 2024. Okay, so you mentioned your Bitcoin Opportunity Fund. Is there anything else that you want to highlight to the audience or throw out there? I'll have a link to your Twitter. What else?
Yeah. Thank you. So if you are interested in the learning more about the fund, just go to bitcoinopportunity.fund, and we can send you a package, and you just have to check off that you're a accredited investor and make sure that we know that. I see your little buddy behind you.
Oh yeah, the door was supposed to be shut. They've never made it into an episode until today.
Okay. And